The hard truth is weak men create masculine women and strong men create feminine women. These men be wanting women to be submissive, but they don't bring anything to the table. Are you holding it down as a man? Are you making sure your woman is taken care of financially, spiritually, and emotionally? A lot of these dudes don't even bring anything to the table. They starve their woman of her wants and needs and still expect to be treated like a king. How is a woman supposed to thrive in her femininity when she has to carry a man's load? Handle your business as a man or move out the way so a real one can do what you failed horribly at.
Guys don't approach girls at the bars anymore.
I do.
I don't expect guys to come up to me, but I know the caliber of my friends and I know what those look like, and they are some stunning. If guys aren't going up to them, guys aren't going up to fucking anyone. So I think if you're going up to girls at the bar in the first place, whether you say hi, whether you say, can I buy you a drink, whether you use Nick's line, which is a great line, by the way.
Thank you.
I think you have a million times better of a shot.
Yeah, I mean,
you really don't have all that much competition because guys aren't going up to girls. It's not like 15 guys are going up to a girl in a night to tell her how pretty she is. She probably gets one a night.
Your fear of toxic women is the exact reason why she's attracted to you in the first place. Because a man who's scared of a toxic woman is the same man that's going to stick around and not walk away from her. So as a secure man who leads himself with self-respect and doesn't sit around giving access to people who don't deserve what's valuable to him, why on earth would you be scared unless you knew you wouldn't have the self-respect to walk away?
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. And once again, you have the signs: shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. That crap is not going to work on men anymore.
We don't gotta wait to be cheated on to be heartbroken. I'm heartbroken the moment you was talking about me in a certain way to your friend to diminish my character. I'm heartbroken the moment you paint me out to the kids to be a certain way because you mad. I'm heartbroken the moment that you show me you don't got my back because I could be trying to do something and you ain't even being supportive in a certain way. Like, the heartbreak for a man start based on a lack of loyalty and a lack of respect. So if a woman is disrespecting us and we want to remove ourselves, that's when we checking out of it, because it's like, I'm not about to go back and forth and disrespect you. We thrive off respect and loyalty. So it's like, when we see our women do things that appear to be disloyal, they don't understand loyalty the way we understand loyalty. They are loyal to how they feel in a moment. And their loyalty in most cases is to the end result that best serves them. Whereas though we make sacrifices as men, when you're a good dude, genuine dude, that don't always often benefit us the most.
The biggest reason why you cannot let go of that woman is because you've trained yourself on a subconscious level to believe she's better than you, and that's not the reality. Every time you beg, every time you reach out, every time you break no contact, every time you obsess and you stalk on her page, instead of focusing on yourself, you training your mind to believe that she's so important, so special, you can't live without her, you can't move without her, you can't live a life without this woman. And you got to stop that, fellas. She is not that special. Every time you reach out, every time you break the promise to yourself, every time you plead, every time you obsess over her, you are taking away from the power and the energy that you need to be putting into yourself to become the best version of yourself. Stop begging that woman, stop pleading, stop thinking that she's so much different than the rest of them, and build yourself up from square one so you can go out there and have a happy life without her, or you can go out there and replace her.
A lot of modern women continue to say that men aren't putting forth effort. Yes, I am. I'm just not giving you the effort because you on some BS.
Men don't just leave for a younger woman. They leave for a softer one with softer feminine energy. A man can watch you age in his arms and still want you like day one unless you that vibe. Brutal truth is that desire does not die from a little bit of stretch marks or gray hair. It dies from the eye rolls. It dies when every sentence starts with a correction or when you talk to him like he is incompetent. Also, when you compete with him instead of receive. Nothing turns a man off faster than constant criticism that you call advice, mothering him instead of admiring him, speaking to him with contempt instead of warmth, acting like his presence is a burden and not a gift. Men don't need you to worship them. They need you just to respect them. Respect goes a long way. One soft, I'm proud of you, honey, hits way harder than a week of wild. Porn won't save it if the energy is hostile and cold. He wants you to want him, to look at him like he's your man, not your opponent. He will stay obsessed with you if you make him feel 10 feet tall, even if she's 55 plus with laugh lines, gray hair, and a softer body than the day that they met. They won't care about any of that. Male desire doesn't die when her body changes. It dies when her feminine energy does. When she trades that feminine energy for resentment energy. The body he fell in love with is still there. The woman who made him feel like a king isn't. Men don't fall out of love with you. They fall out of love with who you have turned into. Bring back the warmth or watch him look for it somewhere else. Save this before your man sees it on somebody else's page.
You know, even for the patient guys, even for the good guys, when they don't get reciprocation from you and it's always them doing things, how do you think that's going to go?
All right, so I have a message for the men. This is for the men only. Fellas, if you are constantly texting or DMing a woman who you're trying to take out, and she's either ignoring you, leaving you on red, or she's even not making you a priority, she's slow to respond. Fellas, I want you to understand, you are literally begging someone to let you spend your money on them. I want to say that again to make sure you caught that. I'm not talking about pursuing a woman. I'm not talking about you putting in effort. Simply put, if she is ignoring you, slow to respond, or leaving you on red, not making you a priority, you are begging someone to let you spend your hard-earned money on them. Stop it. Stop it.
You guys want to see an example of a woman that is defining a specific dating strategy that is so toxic? Here she is.
Sometimes you have to keep forgiving him while looking for someone to replace him. It's called constructive elimination by substitution. Don't let a boyfriend stop you from finding your husband.
Yeah, I think there's already actually a term for this, and it's called monkey branching. It is a strategy that has been used for a long time by a specific type of woman. A woman that really cares more about just moving up in the socioeconomic world through men. She doesn't want to do it herself. She wants to utilize men. So she goes from one man to the next as soon as she finds a man that she deems better. And usually that has to do with him like making a lot more money or having a higher social status. Men are not surprised by this. They see this happen day in and day out. So for you to make a definition that sounds a little bit more appealing to other women and then broadcasting it as if this is something that's totally okay to do, that's a little messed up.
What a lot of these modern women want men to do is chase indefinitely. Just continue to chase me. Just always be looking for me while I'm looking for something else. No, I've already been down that road. I'm not going to be doing that anymore.
One thing about me is that I will never beg, and it's not a pride thing. It's not that I don't think I need to show myself to people or that I have to show up and prove differently. I think that it's because I don't have to do that with people that are close to me, that choose me, that want me. Why would I have to beg to stay in something or stay with someone or be in something that desires me too? And I think we get into this habit of thinking that if we beg or we plead or we do more, that they're going to appreciate more. But now you're just performing. You're keeping up a show, an act. You're in the circus at this point. You are the clown, because what you have to do is entertain for them to stay. If they are questioning whether they want to be there, whether they want to remain in this place, that's your answer. People who are sure about you won't question things about you. And that doesn't mean that doesn't come with different discrepancies and things that they have to heal and fix and all these things. Maybe it's the wrong season and the wrong time, but there is a clarity when you don't have to entertain. You don't have to beg for someone to be where they want to be.
Get yourself a partner who doesn't hesitate to stand up for you. Someone who isn't afraid of making other people feel uncomfortable if it means protecting your peace. Here's the truth. The right partner will never let someone disrespect you, even in the smallest ways. They'll shut it down, they'll set the boundary, and they will make it clear you come first. And that's not being mean. That's being loyal. It's choosing your relationship over other people's opinions. It's saying, I would rather disappoint them than ever let you feel unprotected. When you are with someone who doesn't mind hurting feelings, if it means guarding yours, you will never have to question where you stand with them. Because loyalty isn't just words, it's action. And a loyal partner will always let you know you are their priority.
You know, once peace becomes more valuable than companionship to a man, you pretty much lost him. And you're going to have to do the majority of the work to get him back. You're going to have to start putting forth some effort at that point in time.
He's not that cute if he's inconsistent. As soon as you meet them, it's, I like you, oh my gosh, you're everything. And then there's like a week with no text, no communication. Then they're back. It's like, oh my gosh, I was busy, I was out of town. And the next week, it's silence. That hot and cold shit is a clear sign that they are not available for you. And then what happens is that when your brain starts to experience this hot and cold behavior, this inconsistency, you start to try and make sense of it. Oh, they are busy. Oh, they have stuff going on. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need to make sure that I keep him close so that he doesn't go away. No, you start to make all these excuses for this person that is inconsistent just because you are afraid to let that person go and actually find someone that'll be consistent. You are so afraid that, oh my gosh, this one might get away. It's kind of good if he gets away. Let him get away, because let him waste someone else's time. Your time does not need to be wasted anymore.
A lot of these modern women, with their bad planning skills, their short-term planning, be thinking, oh shoot, he gonna be there when I get done riding the carousel. No, he's not. And you're an idiot.
Ignoring a woman makes her more interested in you. But ignoring a man makes him lose all interest immediately. And the difference is self-respect. Men never bet their self-respect, not even for the most precious thing in the world. Because once a man feels unwanted, he doesn't chase louder. He goes quiet, not to manipulate, not to test you, but because something inside him simply closes. A man can love deeply. He can give effort, time, protection, loyalty. But the moment he feels dismissed, replaced, or taken lightly, his instinct isn't to compete, it's to withdraw. And when he withdraws, it's rarely dramatic, it's silent and final. He won't beg to be valued. He won't argue for basic respect. He'll simply remove himself from where he feels small. And if you ever test someone's silence, make sure you're ready for the distance that follows, because a man who has decided he's done doesn't announce it, he just disappears. Save this and ask yourself, are you protecting your self-respect or gambling it for someone's attention?
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women claim that they want a man who's emotionally mature and has his together until you actually get one. And then you realize that man come with discipline, standards, boundaries, limits. He don't just give in to you because you said you wanted something, and he not dealing with no smart mouth just because it's you. Now all of a sudden he a lying narcissist and he don't know how to treat a woman because he don't just give you your way all the time. He actually uses logic and discipline whenever he thinks, and he moves and he acts. He's an emotional because even when you summon the waterworks, he don't let you win the argument.
She gets it. And I feel like some men like this unfortunately end up attracting sometimes that woman that genuinely is toxic herself, and she wants to drag him down. She will spend years pulling this guy down notch by notch until he's a shell of what he once was, and it's so heartbreaking. I feel like a lot of men are very understanding when they probably shouldn't be, because some ladies haven't earned it. But I fully agree, this happens all of the time. And then she wants him to compromise on his values when she knew up front who this man was. If you genuinely want a man like that, fully accept him for who he is.
These modern women, you probably heard it before, Captain Save-A-Ho. That's what they're looking for, unfortunately. Now, they probably won't refer to themselves as that, or they might, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. They want you to come save them. And a man does not have the responsibility to do that.
It's one advice I'm gonna always tell my boys. You come home before you move in with a female. Bring your home. Don't you ever play yourself to go move in with a female. I will help you get your own shit, but don't you move in with a bitch. That's the advice I'm gonna always tell my boys, because we love to talk about how men act when they know you don't have nothing. But when women know a man doesn't have a pot to piss in, she lose all respect for him, and she treat him the worst way possible. They will treat you like dog shit. She gonna call your mama, come pick up your broken son. She gonna put you out on any given Tuesday for no given reason. Now you stuck at your homeboy house every Friday because she done put your ass out. And one thing a man should always learn: once she do it the first time and you take your back, that's a power trip. She's gonna disrespect you every chance she gets because she knows you need her. And one thing about there's certain females that like men who don't have nothing because they like that power trip. They like the fact that you gonna need her every single time. You cannot make it without her, and they love that. I'm just letting y'all know.
The thing modern women understand is that if you want a man that's chivalrous and traditional, maybe not even traditional, but chivalrous, generous is really what you mean. There has to be some sort of respect. There has to be some sort of reciprocity, right? Coming from your end too.
Rule number 1, always respect last name. Never beg calls, links, or any form of attention. If she don't want you, you shouldn't care. If she don't want to talk to you, you shouldn't care. If she don't want to hang out with you, you shouldn't care. If she don't want to call you, you shouldn't care. If she don't think you look good, you shouldn't care. If she chooses another guy over you, you should not care. Because by now you should know you that guy. And when you that guy, guess what? You don't gotta care. Rule number 2, legacy before love. Never put a girl before your goals. At the end of the day, if you don't have anything, most women will decide to leave you before they decide to struggle with you. Listen to me. If she is not your girl, you should not be worried about nothing she is doing. Worrying about her hasn't put $1 in your pocket. It hasn't put food on your table. It hasn't brought respect to your last name. And it hasn't put a roof over your head. Rule number 3, believe everything you see before you. Believe anything you hear. She will tell you everything you want to hear in order to keep getting everything she wants from you. Actions speak louder than words. Quit holding on to that woman and let her go now, today. Why would you force yourself to continue to hold on to somebody that's clearly showing you that they don't respect you, nor do they care about you? Stop carrying yourself like you're nobody. If you've reached this far,
you're ready for the Toxic Bible, a book that'll help you see a sharper, stronger version of yourself. It's not just words, it's a mindset shift. Comment Bible below and I'll send it straight to your DMs.
What's funny is that a lot of these modern women, they talk about equality and stuff like that, but then they don't. It's not that you don't have a voice, it's that you don't pull your weight and you want equal say. You actually want more say. You actually want majority say with not even minority contribution.
Stare a hole through you all night. They will not approach you, not once, but they'll stare you down.
I'm gonna give an example from me. I will not. I can't. I won't choose, right? Because we don't know who like us, and I don't want to be like, if I talk to you.
What was your question? Why?
Because she said, why do people not talk to them?
And that's what I asked earlier. It's like, okay. Is there, because you said you are laughing, you're giggling, you're having a good time.
We're giving off, we're giving off the feminine energy, and they are actually not. They're not.
But I think so. They talk to you, they just don't proceed.
No, they don't even come up. It's
hold on, they don't come up.
No, like they'll stare.
Well, hold on, that ain't the type
stare a hole through
you
you all night. They will not approach you, not once, but they'll stare you down.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm gonna tell you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you no. I'm gonna tell you real talk. Real talk. And this is as a DJ. As a DJ, there's a lot.
And this is my cousin.
This is a lot of music out there that is projecting on a lot of men that women like money all the time. And so if they see you look expensive, they may not with you.
Bro,
I get it.
Timu and Sheen
Look expensive. We look like we're not single.
Y'all don't look single.
Yeah, I get it.
Like I said, I thought you was
like
with them, and I thought y'all had guys.
You look like someone had their shit together.
What do you see as the role both the man can have with a woman and vice versa, but the tunnel of prince becoming king, you know, and maybe a princess becoming queen? What is that tunnel and how we can really support each other and the evolution of who we're becoming?
I'm chuckling because I wondered if you're aware of the stages of development. And, but may I say something about competition first?
Sure.
Okay. I do a couple hours on this, so I'm just going to cut to the chase. Remember when I was talking about discerning me and not me? One of the consequences of seeing me, sameness, if you see sameness, and it's an equation, sameness plus scarcity equals competition. I call it game on. And it's all perception. Perception of sameness plus a perception of scarcity, game on. Sibling rivalry. Whatever's perceived as scarce, some families it's food. Some families it's approval. Some families it's support or resources or attention, right? But the more same, a boy and a girl have a better chance than two brothers or two sisters, right? Identical twins. I'm sorry. Right? So, I mean, we can disconnect competition in any situation just by looking for how are we unique? How are we complementary? And is this really scarce? Seriously? Isn't there enough? It doesn't have to even be abundant. It just has to be enough. And then it's over. But what you're speaking to is one of the reasons why I encourage people to not be afraid of age differences. Because when there's a certain kind of age difference can make it okay. For example, for someone to be more successful than another person. Well, Greg was almost 11 years older than me. He was situated, right? And he had a lot of space to support me in finding my way.
Something I find quite hilarious, is that these dudes will beg for your time. They will beg, they will be barking, they will be all up in your grill, baby, begging you for your time just to waste it. Like literally just waste it. Like, what was the point? What was the point?
Every girl loves to get a compliment, but we hate because all the men just give the compliment because they want to try to ask for your number. And we hate that and we feel that. So just give the compliment. She's gonna be a bit sketchy, but that once you notice it was just a compliment, you can just say like, I'm sorry, I just wanted to say like you did amazing. And you see there is no intention on it, like the guy doesn't want to push anything. Actually she's gonna look at thank you. And then she's gonna feel good and you're gonna feel good. And like, unfortunately, the guy never does the move.
But they look at you. Why is it so many niggas here? Yeah, staring me down. Yeah. Not one single word though. Like, you're eyeing me. Like, down on me. I know you want me. I know you want me back. But you're just too scared to come up. I don't like that. Be a man. Be a man and come up to me and say something.
Yeah.
Why are we just looking? Are you a girl or a boy? You know. They like boys.
I knew the tactic was going to get thrown in at some point in time in that video. But for the young lady that's trying to wonder, why aren't they coming up to me? Like, why aren't they saying anything? Sweetheart, yeah, I asked for this. I got online every day and told us how much I don't like men approaching y'all. Every day. Oh, you don't believe me? Watch.
It's nothing worse than having a bad day and then some real man approach you just all in your face.
I'm pretty vocal on my platform about how I really dislike when men I don't know approach me in public and try to proposition me, hit on me, compliment me, etc.
Don't talk to me.
Silent?
I hate it when guys like approach me at bars. Like I hate just like talking to guys. I hate it. I'm like,
I'm in an era where I hate when men talk to me. Maybe that's an era that I'm always in.
Of course.
Say it out loud.
Oh. Interesting. I've never seen a group of people complain about something so much online, and then they actually get what they've been complaining about, and then they complain about that. I swear you can't make that up. Man, y'all keep the change.
oh, look at your head.
Thank you. I let them.
They all thought
Stay a car before driving it.
Is that what you want?
I'm positive. I'm positive, baby.
Is that what you want?
I'm positive.
Sure.
Shit, nice to meet you. Good, you
Do you believe a woman could create masculinity in a man?
Why the fuck would I have to do that?
Do you think a man can pull femininity out of a woman or put a woman in the feminine space?
Yes.
What? Hey!
A man needs to be a man. I shouldn't have to teach you how to be a man. That's your mother.
But a man can teach you how to be a woman.
You can teach me how to be soft. Like,
what the fuck?
Put me in a softer era because we have to be hard all the time. Woman making a man masculine. How? How am I bringing that out of you?
How am I bringing it out of you? To be how? Yeah, exactly. If you're already a woman, how am I making you womanly?
Leading, you making me like, oh my God, you really a man taking care of.
Okay, so what y'all think about this video? A lot of people just don't understand how masculine and feminine energy works. To me, everybody operates in masculine and feminine energy. But their responses are contradictory because if a woman can't put a man in his masculine energy, then a man can't put a woman in her feminine energy. If you have the right partner, it just creates a safe space where it naturally shows up. Now, I will say this because I do hear men say, oh, you should already be feminine. Nobody should have to make you feminine. Yeah, that's not how that works either. Because when a woman says that she is operating in her masculine energy, it does not mean she's not feminine at all. It just means right now her masculine is more superior to her feminine. So no, while a man does not give a woman feminine energy, he does create a safe space for her to lean more into her feminine energy. And the same thing goes for a woman. A woman can create an environment for a man to show up more masculine in. So yes, operating in masculine and operating feminine is a thing, but no, a person cannot make you masculine or feminine. But what y'all think about that?
Why is it when a woman doesn't have a man, she often has to take on a masculine role, but when a man doesn't have a woman, he doesn't necessarily have to take on a feminine role?
Ooh. That's too good a question for me to answer personally.
Well, wouldn't that prove that masculinity is more essential for survival than femininity?
Ooh. I had never thought about that, so it's all right.
And if that's true, why is masculinity seen as toxic?
Masculinity is vital for society to continue existing.
She don't want me, I don't care. She don't want to talk to me, I don't care. She don't want to hang out with me, I don't care. She don't want to call me, I don't care. She don't think I look good, I don't care. She choose another man over me, I don't care. And the reason why is because I know that I'm that guy outside of how any woman acts towards me and outside of what any woman thinks about me. And also, if she don't see that, that's not the type of woman I want to be with anyway. Because I deserve to be with a woman that values me, loves me, and respects me. And if she can't do those three things, I don't want to be with her anyway. And let me tell you something that a lot of y'all don't know. Not every woman has to do any of those things for you, if even one. You need to find the one that does do those things. That's the only woman that matters to you.
Where are all the good men? No, they're definitely out here. And it's probably the question I get the most from women. But you have to ask yourself, where are you spending a majority of your time? Are you mostly at work, yoga, Pilates class, your apartment, brunch with your girlfriends? Those seem like places you would meet a guy. How many quality single guys do you really think are in that space? Oh, but I'll just try dating apps. All right, well, 70% of app users are probably dudes. And then 10% of the guys get pretty much all the matches, which pretty much means they're dogs and they're not going to settle down anytime soon. And a lot of the quality guys, they just completely abandon the apps in general. So you really want to stop competing with all the recycled options. And this is where we're seeing the emergence of interest-based groups. Run club, paddle, tennis, pickleball if you're an old person. So can we join one of those? That's step one. Have we asked family and friends? Do we know other guys that have large groups of friends that they can introduce us to? So in order to attract and not chase, you need to put yourself in those environments.
Something I've noticed is that men be so afraid of rejection these days that they will immediately assume that you're uninterested if you're not like just all over them. Like, I can be interested in you, but when I first meet you, first of all, I observe strangers. When I first meet them, you're probably not really gonna see a whole lot of my personality, a whole lot of me showing interest like that in my mannerisms or in the way that I'm speaking, because I'm just observing you before I even allow you in my energy. You know how many people I come across or how many people try to get at me? I don't got time to be like giddy in everybody's face. Like, I need to see what energy to discard and what energy to allow in my space. Secondly, I'm giving you a chance to lead as a man. I might not be steering the direction of the conversation and how we're interacting because I'm giving you a chance to lead.
I regret leaving my ex for my husband. I have been married for 3.5 years. What? And our relationship is crumbling. And I really regret leaving my ex. He was so good to me. He was an amazing guy, and he would have done literally anything for me. I was stupid, young, dumb, broke, and I broke up with him because I wanted to drink and he didn't want me to. We were together for 5 years. And me and my husband can't even speak to each other without arguing. It's literally like a ticking time bomb. And the thing that really gets me is that my ex would have done literally anything. Like, I know from the bottom of my heart, he would have done anything and everything to keep me and to keep me happy. And my husband just doesn't care. Like, my ex never lied to me, not even once. And my husband is a chronic liar. And I honestly just feel like this is payback and this is my karma for breaking his heart. But at the same time, it's just like, ugh, like, what do I do?
Wow, I just never want to touch a door. I know I usually talk to you guys about the inside of a woman and what it means if she's doing this and why she said this, but this time you're going to listen to me about what we want. Women do not want to open doors. Are there some women who get offended if you hold the door open for them? Yes, and if that's the kind of girl that you are going after, then this page probably isn't for you anyway. I don't think it's too big of an ask for a man to open the door for the girl that he is with. Not only in the beginning when he's trying to court this girl. No, forever. Opening and closing the car door after a girl is such a little thing for you, but it'll make such a big difference in the way that she views you and the way that she feels around you. A woman wants to feel taken care of in big and small ways, and opening a door or the car door is a little thing that you can do that'll make her view you in a way like, wow, he really makes me feel at ease and makes me feel comfortable and safe and taken care of. Just trust me on it. Just do it.
I am obviously real late to the natural hair conversation because I'm not on natural hair TikTok. I'm on Lock Talk. And we don't be having these back and forths over there. But this is so weird. Standing 10 toes down on being a wig warrior is a terrible take. It always has been, it always will be. At least most women will try and play like, oh, I just do it to protect my natural hair because I actually like my natural hair. But just saying I don't like it and I just like showing up in the world as a with straight hair, even though I'm not a with straight hair, that says that you don't like showing up as yourself. You don't like yourself. There's no way around that. And even if you think you look good with your natural hair, this statement is saying that you look better with the wig on. You feel better about yourself with the wig on. That sucks. Like, y'all hate yourself so bad. And I understand there is $1 billion industry behind us hating ourselves, but feeding into it on purpose is a choice. that only a woman who hates herself would make, really.
She said, baby, when you pay all the bills by yourself, don't nothing turn me on but me. She wanted applause for being a adult. This is what you do when you're grown. You pay all your bills by yourself. Some people, they got people that help them out. If you're a very attractive woman, sometimes they have a lot of people that help them out. Sometimes they don't even have to pay their own bills. But this is what you have to do when you're an adult. You want a cookie for being an adult? You want an applause for doing everything that grown people do? The only time you have help, more times than not, is if you're in a relationship and you and your partner live together, or if you're married and you and your partner live together and both of y'all are working. And in some cases, the man still pays all the bills. So I could see if you was in a relationship and you was paying all your bills, all of y'all bills, or you was married and you was paying all you and your husband bills, that would be different. But you're an adult. This is what we do. We pay bills. I'm about to get paid. I'm about to pay bills. Like, you're not a kid.
She's not skinnier than me and she's not prettier than me. Then why couldn't it just be me?
She's softer than you. She's quieter than you. She doesn't yell at me. She doesn't call me an idiot or tell me to shut up all the time. She listens to me. She's nice to me. She doesn't make me feel like the only thing stopping her from being happy is me.
This video speaks for itself. It makes me want to cry. And again, it's showing that, you know what, men, they need intimacy. They need affection. They don't want to be constantly criticized and controlled and told that they're wrong. Remember, winning motivates them. When they are doing good in your eyes and you're uplifting them, they want to do more for you. You're not uplifting them to get more, but just, you know, like he said, she doesn't yell at me. I'm not saying it's okay to go find another woman. But again, ladies, if this is all he's getting at home, he's going to gravitate to a place or a space or people where he feels honored, respected, accepted, and received.
Men don't want sex, ladies. They just don't. They don't want sex. They need sex. Some of the men were like, girl, what you talking about? I want it. No, you don't want it. You need it. It's an absolute necessity for men. The problem is he doesn't want to have to beg for it. He doesn't want to always feel responsible to initiate sex and intimacy. And here's how a man deals with rejection. The first time you reject him, it's like, okay, no problem. The second time you reject him, he stops trying. The third time you reject him, he's no longer interested, and he literally disconnects. He turns distant. He turns cold. He'll climb into bed. He'll watch a little bit of TV at night, turn his back to you and go to sleep. And he's angry about it. He's frustrated about it. He's disappointed that he has to fight for something that God told him he was owed and due. For men isn't just physical. It's how he experiences connection. It's how he experiences acceptance. It's how he experiences affirmation and closeness. What you think is merely a biological reaction is actually how your husband connects with you. Men become emotional once they physically connect. Women need to feel emotionally connected first, then they want to be physical. Houston, we have a problem. Doesn't that sound quite problematic? We ain't on the same page. Different designs, different makeups, different DNA.
You never open up to me, Cole. It's toxic.
I'm just focused on work, Lisa.
Couples share things. If you love me, you let me in.
You really want to know what's on my mind?
Yes. Tell me. I'm your safe space.
The corporate merger is failing. My partner is pushing me out. We are bleeding cash.
Bleeding cash? How much?
If I don't secure a bridge loan by Friday, we go bankrupt. I lose everything.
Bankrupt? Are you serious? What about the house? What about my Paris trip next month? I already told my friends.
Paris.
You can't do this to me, Cole. You're giving me a panic attack. Don't walk away from me. Fix this.
And right there, Lisa, that is exactly why men don't share.
What?
When the ship hits a storm, you don't help me steer. You just ask where your lifeboat is.
I'm just scared. You're supposed to make me feel secure.
You demanded my vulnerability, but you only have room for your own anxiety. A man's burden is carried alone. I'll fix the merger. You go pack for Paris.
So one of my guy friends gave me permission to make a Hinge account for him because I was telling him how easy dating is with dating apps. And he was telling me that it's incredibly difficult. And I was like, Pete, you must be doing something wrong. And he gave me permission to create an account for him and just run the account. I've been a virtual boy for 3 days. And I've never felt this bad about myself. I feel like a freaking loser trying to get these girls to like me. And I'm starting to hate women because I'm like, when I say I mean Pete, because that's the account I'm using. Pete's about a 6. But I'm so desperate, I'm liking the 2s and the 3s, and even they won't like me back, Pete, which is a 6. So what level of delusion has entered women's heads? Like, what is going on? It is so difficult dating as a boy. I hate it. I'm on day 3 of being a boy, and I hate women, and I'm more depressed than ever.
This is exactly what men have been saying for years about dating apps. Because first off, it is very rare for men to even get matches, especially matches with women that they are actually physically attracted to. And that is not because men are swiping only on supermodels, like they're only swiping on 10s. They are swiping right on a variety of women, just as long as they think that they could be attracted to her. But ladies, you have to understand that even when men find matches, it is very rare for them to have an actually good conversation. Because usually you ladies are really dry texters and you will just ghost them oftentimes. So yeah, men have been complaining about this for the longest of times, which is why if you're a woman that is interested in a man off of a dating app, all you have to do is to show a little bit of effort. If you do that, that man is going to double down on the effort and the energy that he spends on you. He's going to pursue you and most likely be everything that you want him to be. It is like a no-fail way to end up with a boyfriend.
You know, y'all have to start realizing that a lot of the things that y'all are asking for, a man's not really going to continue to do. I want a man that's generous. I want a man that's chivalrous. I want a man that values my opinion, that sees me as an equal. If you're always nagging and complaining, how are you going to be seen as an equal? You're going to be seen as a child. You're going to be seen as a toddler because that's what you're acting like.